What is up, Brow Rangers? Hope you guys are doing amazing, phenomenal, fantastic. All the words and adjectives that mean good things. Y'all, it has been a hot second since I have just sat myself down here on a couch and spoken to you guys or talked to y'all about updates, things that have been happening in my life. Everything from social media to traveling to COVID to TikTok scares, you name it. A lot has been happening in the past few months, in the upcoming months. So many things to update you guys on. So many things, in fact, that I've made a dry erase board of notes for today's YouTube video. Again, this is just like craziness on a stick. This is everything we're gonna talk about today, but based on my intro video on this YouTube channel, check out some of these outtakes. Thank you, Swayze. I want you guys to be able to take it back again. Let's take it back a little bit. So, one more time. Guys, I've got this. I know myself well enough that once I've got some caffeine in my system like I do today, but if I don't have any notes on what I want to say, things go a little bit cray-cray. We don't want any of that here. No, no, honey. No, no. So, we have our organized list of things we're going to talk about today, and with that being said, we're going to jump right on into it. So, first thing on the list, I want to talk about some travels we just did. We're going to go over some timeline of what happened in the past like month or so, or month or two. We're going to talk about what's happening with the kind of current situations, what are things that are still in the mixing pot, that things are still stewing and turning into something hopefully amazing eventually, and then down here we got goals and such. So starting up top here, you guys, with this timeline, we were in Washington, as you all know, with the squad. Lonnie and I moved my stuff back from New Jersey to Florida, safe and sound. All that worked out super well, and then we got to go about a week later or so to Washington to visit some of our friends. We got to visit Iron Sanctuary and Beer Bong John, who's currently living up there for the foreseeable future. We also had Trevor Wagner there, Tony and John Moss, LOL. We also had Jesse, as you guys know, the Snickle. We had a bunch of super fun creators there. I mean, Pegmaster was there. It was such a freaking blast, and of course we were all hanging out with Not a Damn Person, aka Brandy, the carrier of Baby Sanctuary, which I freaking can't wait. It was so much fun. That was one of those first experiences, or not first experiences, that was one of those experiences, you guys, where, you know, when I met Lonnie for the first time, I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, because I'd been following his content for a long time, loved his stuff. When I met Jesse for the first time, I'd only known him as the Snickle, and the guy that had the deep voice on TikTok, and so it was amazing to meet him. And all the other creators, Jackie, Lauren, you name it, whoever I've met, like, it's always been a really cool experience to be like, yo, what are these people like in person, and actually get to meet them. So meeting Kevin, so getting to meet Kevin was awesome. Getting to meet Beer Bong John when he was in Florida, which I actually never made a video about, even though I do have some footage. So meeting Kevin was awesome. Meeting Beer Bong John when he came through in Florida on his way to Washington was super, super cool. And then, of course, Jake the Viking was also there. He came in for a surprise visit. Caleb Francis was there. He made it, I think, in one part of the Washington trip video and some of the B-roll. And obviously, he's made it in a lot of our TikTok collaborations, which was just a blast. So that was super fun. And one thing I want to really mention, you guys, that's so important, obviously all of our comments the entire time we were all together were flooded with wear y'all's masks, clearly are not social distancing, XYZ. And look, I've been on the internet long enough to know there's always going to be people that try to cut you down, try to cancel you, try to make you feel bad for doing something that you did wrong, or not wrong, but they saw as wrong. So look, obviously COVID is going on right now. It's a very big international problem. It's a big situation. No, do I think that people should just go willy-nilly out and travel about and be amongst the public and do all that kind of stuff? No, I don't suggest that whatsoever. But I do suggest that if you are going to travel, that you plan it out, that you get tested ahead of time, that you make sure that you are safe, so that when you travel and go places, that you are taking every precaution to be safe and keep others around you safe, period. All of us were checked before we met up. We had planned this a long time. We got together, we made sure we were always using hand sanitizer, always washing our hands, and we only didn't wear masks when we were with the group that we had planned on being with in our Airbnb at Iron Sanctuary's house, or when we were in places like out in nature, like at the Haunted Asylum. The kids that showed up were not part of the plan. They showed up out of nowhere. They literally just kind of I don't even know if they knew really who we were, except for the fact that they were excited that we all had cameras and phones out nonstop trying to capture content. So I just want to let all of you guys know that we were 100% safe in grocery stores, out in public, out at the, we went to IHOP multiple times. We were always wearing masks, always social distancing, and we were only hanging out closely with our planned out group. So I promise you guys we were doing everything that we could to keep everybody safe during this COVID pandemic and abiding to the precautionary laws that we've all set in place of washing hands, sanitizing our hands, keeping 6 feet apart, all that great stuff. So hopefully that is clear for everybody that was on the trip, in the group, and having an amazing time. We were being safe, I promise. Now, as you guys saw from previous vlogs, and this is kind of why I'm doing this update vlog right now, is because for the first time in a long time, I actually have nothing that's like on the pedestal to be edited and posted for you guys. So this is a great opportunity just for me to catch up with y'all on everything. Obviously, while we were in Washington, we got to do some great BTS of TikToks, as you all saw.
So Caleb, have you been naughty? What is it you truly desire? I wish my foreskin would grow back so I could hide candy inside. Is that really what you really want? More than anything. What are we gonna get for this deal?
We also got to blow some things up, as you guys saw. And last but not least, we got to go to a haunted asylum, which I don't know how much the other guys might have hyped it up, but I personally was genuinely scared. Just like when Jesse got me right here.
Someone, it says start counting.
No.
For what?
I love Nazi zombies.
God damn it! Damn it, Jesse!
So that was a super fun time. We just talked about Washington friends safe, knocked off the list, made new friends. We were all safe, had a great time, and now we're gonna move on to the next bit, which was coming home from Washington. And then on my way to Naples, Florida, I stopped over in Orlando and Tallahassee. I stopped in Orlando to hang out with our friends Luna and Mike. You guys saw this really awesome video edited together by my boy Swayze. Swayze, thank you so much, bro. We had some awesome free diving shots. First time I've ever gone down below 30 feet without a tank, but don't worry, we were around other good free divers, professional free divers, and scuba divers, so I promise you, like, I felt super, super safe. I would not have done that if I hadn't felt safe. And I also got to go to Tallahassee to visit my brother Darby, where I made this TikTok of building a patio for him. It was super wholesome and people really enjoyed it, and it was great because Darby's never really been super much of a person to be on social media. That sentence made no sense, but he's never been like a big social media like on camera person, so he was super down to do this, and we made him a patio and it turned out super great, so really excited about that. And then yeah, that was all over Orlando. I got to see my dog Chief for a little while, which was super great. Didn't make any kind of vlog content while I was in Tallahassee, but we had a great time free diving and flying the drone in Jennings Springs, which was pretty much like a 5-year anniversary to this scuba diving video with my buddy Taylor Scott back in college, which was super crazy. So moving on from that topic, so we next have Naples film Lauren collab. That's kind of currently what is happening. I have been in Naples, Florida for the past pretty much like 2 weeks, and I'll be in this area for another few days. This video is being posted either today, Monday the 10th, or tomorrow, Tuesday the 11th. As you guys can see, I got Monday the 10th up here at the top, but you know, I'm kind of sending this to Swayze late. Swayze, I love you, bro. So we'll get this out whenever we can. But this is kind of what's been happening, and I will be here until at the very least this Thursday, which I think is the 13th of August. But what's going to happen in between that, I can't tell y'all too much about this film, besides the fact that it is a thriller. We've got some other pretty big social media creators. I will not be name dropping, I will not be saying anything else. There's 3 of us total, I believe. And this is something that's been really super cool. And this is one thing I want to mention real quick before we move on the list. This is why you need to be kind to everybody and make friends with everybody and anybody whenever you can, and not even like force being friends, just being a good person, being a good human, loving others is so important, because you never know when the opportunity is going to come. Lauren Cunningham and I, if you've not checked her out, it is Lauren without an E Cunningham on Instagram and TikTok. Her special effects makeup is amazing. I'm like her biggest fan and supporter. I brag about her nonstop. But she and I became friends like 2 years ago because of social media. I've been hanging out ever since, trying to collaborate. I've yet to let her use my face as a canvas, even though I've wanted her to for a long time. That's going to happen. That's part of an update in the future as well. But she literally came down to Florida from New York, said, hey, I'm working on this project. I said, that's super cool. And then when I chose to come down from New Jersey and she found out that I was now living in Florida, another topic to talk about as well, she was like, yo, I'm working on this project, you know about it. There's this character that I think you could really pull off. You want to self-tape for it? I was like, yeah, I would love to audition for it. So I auditioned. I can't tell you the character's name. All I can say is that it's a supporting role, but it's been really exciting as a supporting role. Long story short, I got the role to watch everybody that's like the primary roles, the lead roles, to see how they work in their actor practice, how they work in their process. Because for me, I've gotten the chance with like acting classes and everything else, and other, whether it's TikToks or short films, to be a lead. And so it's been really fun to watch other people kind of get that really highlighting role, you know what I mean? My teacher in acting class, Jennifer Monaco, once told me that, or once told our entire class, that you can be an extra, you can be a supporting role, but because you do that supporting role so well, that's why it's called a supporting role. You support that lead actor, and you can make the movie or the film or the TV show that much better by giving your all in being a supporting actor, not taking over the spotlight, not being too much, but making the right actor choices. And that to me has been super, super cool to be in a supporting role's shoes and do that. So that's been super great. So thank you to Lauren for hitting me up for this, and to Jay and Colin, who are the director and producer. Congratulations on your first film, you guys. I can't wait to see where this thing goes. And without further ado, I'm gonna move on so I don't give away any spoilers. So this is really cool. First full feature-length film that I've been on. And what else do I have on here? Oh, yes, so collab. We have two people that we were going to try to see in the next few days that I hope to either get in some kind of vlog, or at the very least in some TikTok collaborations. I know one of them will definitely do TikToks with. The other person I got to reach out to and confirm being able to stop by and seeing them. But that's going to be super, super fun. I'm the kind of person that I always want to like tag the people and say, oh, who it is. But I also want to like make it a fun surprise, you know what I mean? Like keep you guys on the edge of your seats, on the toes, on the precipice of finding out, you know, being pleasantly surprised when y'all see that we collaborate together. Again, this is one of the situations I will go back to it, because there is COVID, a pandemic going around, and I know that some states and cities are still on way more lockdown than we are even. We are going to be safe. We are going to make sure that everyone's been checked and comfortable and everything else before hanging out with other people. But there are two big collaborations coming up soon in the next week, before actually my last scene on Thursday, which should be pretty fun for you guys. Moving on to the next thing, here we go. Cool. Now we're talking about the rest of the month. This orange line, Dallas, Georgia film collab, another collaboration. So this is where I'm moving to next. After this film is done, I will go back to Jacksonville for some period of time, hang out for a little while. A kind of a downside is right now there's an upside and a downside, right? There's always two things in life that you gotta like juggle, balance out, see where it's going. I am super excited. Another good thing, right? Like I met Lauren through social media. I met my friend Ethan Trace through social media. I met him, I think, for the first time in person at Playlist, which was awesome. And he did a great job on Vine. He's now on TikTok. He's a fellow actor as well, voiceover artist, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to say too much, but I had the honor of being able to be a part of 2 different table reads for an upcoming film of his. I think the first film that he's written and gotten greenlighted, and it's super, super exciting. I'm not going to say anything else about it because I don't want to give anything away, but I will be working on that with him starting early September in quarantine with the cast and crew for 2 weeks before we start filming at the end of September. I'm not going to say where it is, except for the fact that obviously y'all saw Georgia, so I'm going to give it the very broad spectrum. It's in Georgia is where we're filming. But I'm super, super, super excited about that. That is a lead role, and again, that's all I'm gonna really say about that. The cool thing about that, though, is that me, Ethan, and one other person who I'm not gonna mention because I want it to be a surprise, are gonna be able to collaborate behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff leading up to the filming and during the filming process, which would be a freaking blast. So just so you guys know, there is so much content to come. So much content I'm rolling out. It's gonna be an absolute friggin' blast. Freaking blast. Did I have anything else in there? No. So yeah, Dallas, the first thing on that orange line that I had on there, this is the downside. I do have a lead role in this film, which is going to be absolutely amazing. The downside is that we start quarantining September 9th for 2 weeks, and then we start filming the 29th, and we will be filming for no less than 2 weeks. It's a big old feature film. I'm really excited about it, but what that means is that I will most likely be missing my cousin Mason and Claudia's wedding. I am deeply saddened by that. One thing I'm really trying to do to make it up to them is I'm actually going to go and visit them in Dallas, Texas, the last weekend of August. So at the end of this month, I'm trying to go spend at least 2 really quality days with them. Because also, as you all know, I didn't write this on the board, but this is kind of part of this. You all know that I go to Maine every summer. I posted a few vlogs, 1 or 2 from Maine, being there earlier this summer when my dad, cousin Landon, and my uncle Ham were all there to open up the cottage for our summer festivities. And this past week they actually just ended the whole family being there, which is what we've done as tradition every single year since before I was born. For me, luckily, I was able to say, yo, like, I still got to go this summer. It still counts as me going once per year ever since I was born. But I did miss the big family get together because of being on this film set, which honestly for me, it's worth it in the sense of this is what I'm working towards. You guys know I want to be an actor full time. You guys know I want to be a social media person full time, creator. I like the idea of content creator instead of influencer. But this is what I'm pursuing, and luckily I had my entire dad's side of my family, which is the side of the family that goes to Maine every summer. I had all their support to be here and to work and act. So this has been really, really cool. But unfortunately, because of the film in September, October, I will be missing my cousin Mason's wedding. So I'll be spending a weekend with them at the very least, because I love him and his fiance very much. And I want to go make sure that I show them my love and sprinkle them with kindness and love and gifts and all that kind of fun stuff for at least 2 days, which is what I will be doing. So that's why there's Dallas on there. Now that we're done with that little rant, we are moving on. We're done with the timeline information for now. We're going to have like some mystery stuff coming up down here. Now, living in Jacksonville, Florida, as you guys know, like I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, Lonnie and I moved my stuff back down from New Jersey with the help of my friend Sam Crumpled. Sam, I love you. While we were up there, she helped us pack and moved all of my stuff back down to Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Living in Jacksonville, Florida, I have some question marks there. Why? Because as of right now, I don't know how long I'll be there for. As of right now, I don't know what opportunities are going to keep me there for a while. But we're going to get to that. I will say that we are going to, the current plan is to make some kind of mini creator house. I say mini because it's going to be no more than like 3 people. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be in the Jackson Beach area, which I don't think in the northeast of Florida there is any kind of creator house yet, which is really exciting. I don't really know if in the southeast of the United States there are any big creator houses. I know there's the Drip House in Arizona. I know there's the Sway House. I think it's in LA. I think the Hype House is also in LA. But I don't know if we have anything in the southeast of the United States. So for at least the next year, more or less, depending on what opportunities arise, what plans God throw at me to take me other places, I will be in the Jacksonville area for the next year, which is really exciting, with some creator friends of mine who I love dearly, and we'll be working with nonstop to grow all of our brands as independent people, creators, to really be able to bring ourselves the most awesome opportunities to travel, to work with other creators, etc. for the rest of our lives. And hopefully at the very end of the board, it will then lead us to LA, which has been my goal. As you guys know, if you've been following my YouTube channel for a long time, I made a video saying I can't wait to live here or something like that, like LA has my heart or something. And that was years ago, years and years ago. So I've been wanting to live in LA since before I even moved to New York and pursue content creating and acting full time. So that is the next thing. So that is Jacksonville Beach, Florida, ? Next, content creation full time. As you guys know, Lonnie is also in Jacksonville. I'm not going to say any more than that. My friend Lauren is currently based in St. Augustine, but as of right now, I can tell you that she very likely will be part of the creator house that we make. Can't say anything else about it because there's a lot of factors that we just don't know yet, and I've got the next line of 3 question marks because I'm going to keep it a mystery who that last person is. All I can say is that this person has been in at least one of my videos in the past 2 or 3 months, whether it be TikTok or YouTube. So take that as you will. Next, TikTok scare. Here we have a big subject matter to talk about, guys. We're going to talk about TikTok scare and TikTok period. So first and foremost, I haven't made a video about TikTok on my YouTube channel since we hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which we have to talk about also. We hit 100,000 followers on TikTok like halfway through my TikTok career. I think I started it in May of last year, so I'm over a year now. And we posted this video, also edited by my boy Swayze. Swayze, thank you so much, bro. And this was posted on that date. We just hit over 100,000 followers on TikTok. That's about when I hit my 100,000 on TikTok. I kept doing Lucifer stuff, I kept doing other videos, and now we're sitting at 2.3 million, which is mind-blowing. And I think the person, me, doing the 100,000 follower video would be like, to what? What is that number that we have now? And we just hit 2.3. And it's crazy. And my goal by the end of this year is to hit 3 at the very least, if not like 3.5. The TikTok algorithm's changing all the time, which is insane. So we'll see. I'm keeping everything optimistic, but that is not the point. So first I want to say just thank you all. Thank you to anybody that's here because of TikTok, because of Instagram, because of anything else. Thank you for being here. And now one of my biggest goals, and I got goals in the end of my board, but one of my goals is to hit 100,000 on YouTube. I know that kind of seems like a far-reaching thing right now because we're only at like 11,000 subscribers, which is great, by the way. I've been doing YouTube since I was 17 years old, on and off, and more consistently in the past like 4 years. But this is why I'm doing the 2 videos a week. It's going to be 3 videos at a certain point once we have the finances to do so. But yeah, YouTube's one of those things that's like really hard to grow. But TikTok is I'm not going to say it's not hard to grow because I have many friends that have been doing TikTok for a long time and have had a hard time growing. But it is such a unique app. And this is kind of what brings me to this next conversation. There's been 2, not 1, but 2 TikTok scares. Because of Mr. Cheeto Head, Mr. Trump. Not going to go into depth about that because you guys know I don't deal with drama llamas. I don't talk about politics. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. But I will say there's been 2 scares that he's been upset that TikTok messed with some of his rallies. I think people could have done that on any social media app. To be honest, I think TikTok was probably just a little bit more like easy to slide under the radar. And I know there's going to be tons of comments down below saying, oh, he did this on purpose. He did this as like a media push to make sure that like an American company could actually acquire part of TikTok, if not all of TikTok. Look, I get that. I understand. I'm not saying it is or isn't either way. All I'm saying is 2 things have come from these 2 TikTok scares because, again, previously it was all about them taking our information, and then it was about them messing with rallies and political agendas and all that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not saying it was or wasn't either one of those 2 things, but I'm going to say both times were scary as crap. But I'm super actually thankful for the first scare because it was the first time that I had the guts to put out a video saying, hey guys, let me kick down this door. Hey guys, do me a favor and follow my other creative portfolio so that you can, if TikTok goes away, you guys can see my Instagram, my YouTube. You'll see all my TikToks still on both platforms, and you'll see stuff like this vlog. You'll see stuff like my updates. You'll see my other life things that are going on, and my other content creating and acting opportunities and content that I get to share with you guys. And that kind of leads me to my next thing is yes, thank you for the 2.3 on TikTok. You guys are amazing. I love each and every one of you so very much. But now we're at 132,000 on Instagram. Like, this is nuts, you guys. This is nuts. I remember before that first TikTok scare, I was at like 85,000, and I had really struggled to grow on Instagram. TikTok got me from like 25,000 on Instagram to the 85, and that was in a matter of months, which is amazing. And then the first TikTok scare happened, and you guys jumped it up to 100,000, which was amazing. And then the second TikTok scare happened, and then a massive other influx of followers came. And so now we're at 132,000, which is amazing and a blessing, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. My goal by the end of the year is to hit 200,000. I believe we can do that. I think it just really means to continue to take advantage of the blessing and curse that can be the TikTok algorithm. Make a few more videos that hopefully will go viral. Obviously have fun with making each and every one of those videos leading up to that 1 or 2, and we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to stop and say really quick, because it has been since my 100,000 follower video that I think I mentioned in that video somewhere that I was maybe at 200,000 or 500,000. I'd make another video, and I never did. And now we're at 2.3 million, so it's very well overdue to say thank you all, and I love you guys very much for all of that. Now, moving on. IG Reels. The last part of this next green topic. Instagram Reels. I've already gone ahead and started sharing some of my TikToks over to my IG Reels. IG Reels, if you guys don't know yet, Instagram Reels is Instagram's version of TikTok, flat out. That's what it is. It's the competitor. It's what they're trying to get everybody to come over to. The blessing of it is it is already attached to my Jennings Brower account. You guys don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to download a separate app. It's right there on there. I can't tell you guys beyond IGTV, which is longer format videos, what the big difference is going to be. The fact is you can create on there like TikTok. I haven't really played around with the tools on there, but it seems very similar. I am sharing, long story short, my TikToks over to that so that you guys can find all my TikTok content on my Instagram as well. But one of the things that I've noticed is that you try to share a video that's saved to your phone to your IG Reels, and it kind of makes the audio delay a little bit. not a big issue. I think the people that have seen the TikToks already on my TikTok page understand. I'm just kind of trying to bring content over to both platforms, and I will be creating on IG Reels as well, separately from TikTok. Just haven't gotten started on that yet. So IG Reels is being put into use on my page, sharing on my TikTok. So if you aren't on TikTok or can't be on TikTok because maybe your country has already had an issue, you will find my TikToks on IG Reels. Next, last but not least, or second to last but not least, we have TikTok and Instagram growth does not equal YouTube growth. Let me show you guys that up close and personal. Instagram growth does not equal, Instagram and TikTok growth does not equal YouTube growth. Again, very difficult to grow on. The two apps that I have, or the two social medias that I have that are the hardest to grow on is Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. The thing that I put the most effort into, the most love and care, and the biggest part of me into is YouTube, you guys. Like I said, I've been doing it since I was 17 years old. Everything from back when I would do Brass Monkey with one of my best friends in the world, Derek Boomer Augenstein, on what was it, Rapstar on Xbox. Brass Monkey. I mean, all the way back to freaking like this gross, funny little like cringy Easter video while I was in Czech Republic. My name is Jennings. I'm 19 years old. And today I'm wearing bright colored clothes for Easter. Yeah, I used to have a buzzed head all the time. Guys, this is the thing. I have videos on here so that if one day, if and when, knock on wood, if and when I book a TV show or one of these movies like goes to Netflix or Hulu or somewhere else that's big, somebody hopefully sees me and says, hey, who's that actor? They Google my name and they're able to find my YouTube videos from when I was like 17 and be able to say, yo, I can feel like I get to know this person. This is why I leave all of this stuff on this YouTube channel. This is why I continue to create on this YouTube channel, even though a lot of people told me, yo, if you just kind of make a new one, that new one could blow up faster because it doesn't have all of this stuff from all these years. I'm like, I understand that, but at the right time, the right moment, the right opportunity, people will come and find this content. And that's why we're making as much quality content as possible. So YouTube has been the hardest to grow for sure, even though it's had most of my energy. Even beyond TikTok and beyond Instagram, YouTube has had the vast majority of my creative energy since I was 17 years old. So yeah, so Twitch and Twitter, I don't really use Twitter too much. I really kind of just share my Instagram stuff over there. I will be doing Twitch streaming as soon as possible. That's gonna be the next subject line. But again, TikTok and Instagram growth does not equate to YouTube growth. I would love it if my YouTube had jumped up to 100,000 subscribers. I think we will at some point soon. I believe it. God's got a plan. But we're just going to keep grinding until that happens. Last but not least, goals. One of my goals is if you guys have not subscribed yet, please punch that subscribe button in the face. Join the Brower Ranger family. We are big. We are strong. We will not leave anybody behind no matter what kind of situation they are in, because we've all been in bad situations and we can all help because of our relatable stories and our relatable experiences. We can help those that are in bad situations to get out of them, so we need to leave nobody behind. That is the Brower Ranger movement. That's the Brower Ranger idea and mentality. Now, goals. Game, creative room. What I mean by that is it's been a while since I've lived in my own place. In New Jersey, I was in an actor house, which was great. But I'm happy to be moved on to somewhere else. I'm happy to be elsewhere, but I'm also currently living in my parents' house right now. So being someone that like lived on his own throughout college, I would be very excited to get back to living on my own, or at the very least with people like other creators that I vibe with deep down on a personal level with the cameras off and be able to actually have a good time with. One of my goals is, if I can't have a full-on gaming room, to have a gaming corner of my room. I've already told the people that I might potentially be living with that, yo, if there's a master bedroom set up, I will be paying the extra money to have that master bedroom, because if we can't have an extra like office creative room set up, I will be using a corner of my room for the lights, everything, the glitz, the glam, the fun, and I will be building a PC, which is one of my goals. So if you guys are not part of my Patreon family yet, if you're not part of my OnlyFans family yet, yes, I started an OnlyFans. And to all of you guys that have come through asking about foot pics or if there's gonna be nudes, no and no. I do have photos on my Instagram, I'm sure, that show my feet. Feel free to do with those what you will. But when it comes to nudes, no. The only reason I'm using my OnlyFans is because I'm moving all of my stuff. As you guys know, I've been a fitness model for a long time. It was actually one of the biggest starting points of my career in New York City was fitness modeling. Even back in college, that's where I really started doing my modeling stuff, was with fitness. And so all the stuff that pretty much my mom, godmother, anybody else, grandmother would not want to see on my Instagram, like my underwear photo shoots, which are all very professional and I think quite tasteful, but not for my IG, especially at this point with the brand that I'm trying to put out there, the name that I'm trying to put out there. Those are gonna be on my OnlyFans. You guys can go subscribe for $10 a month. Not a big deal, and I'm posting new content every single day. Again, go have at it. On Patreon, you guys have tons of unreleased content. You guys typically get to see YouTube videos at least a few days before the rest of the YouTube community does. I posted the video that I actually posted on Monday at 5 p.m. my behind the scenes of shooting a transition TikTok. I shared that to my Patreon family last Thursday or Friday, I believe. So they've had that for a number of days, and they've also had a few of my other YouTube videos, or at the very least YouTube trailers, a few days before the rest of YouTube and Instagram has had it. So that is just the bare minimum of what you get on my Patreon. You will also eventually, once we hit the next goal, have IG live streams where we get to live stream with my top tier Patreon members, and we're gonna start doing Zoom streams. Again, this all has to do with the eventual move of having a big Twitch streaming platform on my PC with the DSLR setup. I'm gonna be able to do so many things. I'm gonna talk to my buddy Simba on Fire. I'm talking to Trevor Wagner. I'm talking to all of my friends that are partnered with Twitch streaming to get the best setup going for you guys, and to be able to have that as a really big piece of my puzzle moving forward. So stay tuned for that. And all my other support links, you guys. Cameo right now is only $10 for a personalized video from me, personalized greeting. You guys can check out all my support links on my link tree on either Instagram or TikTok. On my Instagram or TikTok bio, there is my Linktree link. You can also find it in the description down below, and you can find all the support links. That kind of leads me to, yeah, I already mentioned this before, right? I've mentioned 3 YouTube videos a week. Right now we do 2 a week, Mondays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're building ourselves up to 3 videos a week. That's going to have to do with what kind of, it kind of depends on who I'm hanging out with, the content I can create in that week. That means I got to get it over to Swayze in an efficient and a quick amount of time. You guys already know I want to move to LA, and that support through all those support links is what's going to help me get to LA, you guys. Whether it's a real simple Venmo, I gotta set up Cash App. I don't have Cash App yet. PayPal. You want to do the Ko-Fi, the Cameos, Patreon, or OnlyFans? Feel free to hop on any of those, you guys, or just keep hanging out, guys. The more subscribers that you guys can bring over, if you guys like my videos, share them with your friends, share them with family. If you like my TikTok videos, please like, comment, and at least copy link. I think that does so much more than any of us know, and that really does help everything to get on the For You page. So the more that we can kind of grow as a squad, as a family. If you guys really love this stuff, just sharing it is one of the most helpful things you can do. Financially is not a mandatory, it's not a must. But as I did mention before, and I will mention over and over again, I am going to continue to pursue content creation full time in and amongst different acting opportunities I have, as acting is my childhood dream. I do want to be a superhero in Marvel and DC movies one day, and all that stuff is going to happen. I believe it's going to happen at the right time and at the right place. But in the meantime, I will be doing content creation full time because it's what I can do and continue to feel productive in between different acting productions, which is so awesome. But that all also comes from y'all's support. Like right now, being able to hire Swayze full time for 2 videos a week is because of just my Patreon, just because of Patreon. And so if you want to join that and help us to make 3 videos a week, to help me build a PC setup, to help me afford a place of my own, and to help me eventually make my dreams come true, move to LA, and hopefully book a superhero role, any of those support links in my bio would be massively, massively helpful. And I love you guys all, and I can't thank you all enough for your ongoing support. Last but not least, that was everything, you guys. Everyone, check this out. This is what we've been doing in the past. It's what we're doing right now. It's what we plan on doing for the future. I can feel my voice going away because I know this video is long as heck, but this is literally all the updates I have. I don't think I have any other updates whatsoever. I love you guys, Brow Rangers, and as always, Brow Rangers, y'all know this. If you have work this week, knock your responsibilities out of the park so you can enjoy the upcoming week, upcoming weekend, upcoming free time you have, whatever that means for you. If you guys are quarantining, please be safe. If you or anyone you know is being affected by the coronavirus, please be safe. Know that I'm praying for you. If you or anyone you know is being affected by any other ailment or illness, I'm also praying for you and keeping you in my thoughts and prayers, as I'm pretty concerned that coronavirus is making a lot of people think past the typical injuries or ailments that there also are. If you have school this week, you guys study hard, get the best grade you possibly can. I can't express how important it is to get the best grade you possibly can so you can choose the college or career of your future, whichever comes first. I know I've said a lot today, you guys, tonight, whatever time this is posted, Monday or Tuesday, the 10th or 11th of August. But I love you guys. I wanted to update you guys on everything in my life. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Send me a DM on Instagram. And also, I wanted to mention this really quick. Somebody commented or responded to one of my Instagram stories where I mentioned Patreon or OnlyFans. It's a great way to message me because I can actually respond there. Here's my answer to this. Somebody responded, I really hate when people on TikTok start to get big enough that their ego gets big and they get a fat head, and then they will only respond to fans if the fans are paying. Please understand that by dropping everything else that I was doing, finance degree, living in New York City, no more catering, no more anything else in that matter, I'm taking on content creation full time. There are a lot of Instagram DMs. There are a lot of YouTube comments. There are a lot of DMs from different social media platforms that I just frankly, as a human being, cannot get to all in one sitting, and it's actually very hard to get to even if I do an hour a day. So please understand that I'm not trying to ignore people, I'm not trying to like be picky and choosy. You can ask my friend Lauren, you can ask my family, you can ask my best friends from high school. For somebody that has 2 phones, I'm very hard to get hold of, but when I'm in person with you, I promise you, like, we have a great time, we have a great conversation.